Hey y'all, welcome back. So today's a special day. It is one of my favorite days of the year, literally second in line to 4th of July, which is probably a bold statement, but it is St. Patrick's Day. So I believe you guys will see this the day after. So if you're feeling a little bit sore, that's okay. I imagine it's maybe off of beer. So we're not working with beer today, it's tequila. So is that better or worse? I don't really know, but this is like the weirdest, most delicious margarita I've ever had. We're gonna make a pickle margarita. That sounds bizarre. Tequila and not pineapple juice, pickle juice. It's like a couple that just shouldn't work, but they do, and it's fantastic, and it's so simple. I actually did not create this. I got this from some account that I follow. It's called Nikki Sips, and her drinks are just like, they're so beautiful for one. So, I mean, that draws me in, but they're so unique and flavorful and also pretty easy for the most part. All these ingredients I had, except for the dill. Fresh dill I don't always have on hand, but whatever. So, quick thing, I don't like pickles. I really don't enjoy them at all, and this is really just such a good margarita. So, here's the ingredients. Really, to assemble or make the margarita as a whole is about 4 ingredients. Here, let me explain. So it looks like there's a lot of ingredients here, but really we're only using these 4 things. This is basically for garnish. So we're gonna do equal parts tequila and pickle juice, and then a little bit of, this is hot honey, but in the original recipe it calls for a hot agave. Now agave just mixes better in drinks. I mean, you're probably familiar with seeing agave in like a skinny margarita. I have agave, but it's not spicy. And this hot honey is actually pretty like liquidy, I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna use. So again, it's whatever you have on hand. You don't need to go buy anything weird for this recipe. I always have fresh lemons on hand. This is like just shy of an ounce is what we're gonna do of lemon juice. So I'm probably just gonna juice half a lemon. And because you guys know I don't like to measure my drink concoctions, but I probably will with this one because I don't want to go super aggressive with the tequila because then I'd go super aggressive with I keep saying pineapple, the pickle juice. But anyways, that's what we're going to do there. And then garnish was super interesting. She did a chunk of cheese, which just really looks pretty, but I guess it complements well with the pickle juice. So I don't know. I selected like an Irish cheddar because St. Patrick's Day, so got to be festive. But you could skip that if you want. Again, the dill is just for aesthetic, so you don't have to do that either. And she garnished the rim with crushed up Triscuts, as weird as that is. I don't really like garnishes either. If I'm making it for myself, then I just think it's unnecessary, but it does look pretty. So I'll probably do that step, but so easy peasy. Mix everything together, put it in a cute little glass, and we are on our way. So it's like a nice starter cocktail before you go to green beer, you know? So anyways, that is what we're gonna do. So you know too, I didn't really say what tequila I'm using. I always go for Casamigos. It's just my favorite, but we're kind of out at the moment. So there's Patron or this, and this was like my favorite tequila in college, which you would expect to be a bad one, but I swear this is actually so stinking good. I get it at Total Wine. But anyways, 1.5 ounces of that. This little thing is 2 ounces. There we go. These pickles, I didn't even know that they made spicy pickles, but these are spicy pickles. Obviously use regular. This is gonna make a bit of a mess. Okay, we'll clean up later. Now the recipe, I printed it out. It calls for a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, I didn't wanna mess that up. Calls for 1/2 teaspoon. That might be a little bit too much for me. So I'm gonna go with like a 1/4. That's just my personal preference. And then black peppercorns. If you don't have them, I don't really know if this step is necessary or not. I just happen to have these. And it also says a 1/2 teaspoon. We strain these out once we shake them in there. I think it's just for a bit of like a peppery effect. But I mean, you can muddle a jalapeno in here. I have some jalapenos too. That'd be good. Now, just for the sake of measuring for y'all, it says just shy of an ounce. Like I said, this is 2 ounces. So I'm going to do just less less than half of this full. And that's about perfect. So, for reference, half a lemon, you're pretty much good to go. Now we add ice, shake, strain, and then it's decor time. Okay, before I strain this, probably should prep the glass so we have something to strain it in too. So, like I said, the garnish you could skip if you want, but she did some agave on the rim. I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Do it outside of the rim, by the way. I'm gonna do, totally winging this. So, like that, but I'm gonna like make it, we're gonna get a little bit messy, but it's okay. If you just kind of wanna make like a sticky base so the crackers have something to grab onto, I think it'd look pretty if I like V it down a bit, you know? See, just like that. No rhyme or reason to it. My hands are gonna be a mess. Now, crackers, put 5 of them in here. I mean, whatever. I'm just gonna step on these. I have like the little food hammer thing that you can use, but this works just fine. So, I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay. All right, and then quite simply, just roll it. This actually works pretty good, you guys. Put some of the finer pieces on there. Okay, awesome. So we've got that. And you know what I literally just thought about too? If you put some cayenne pepper in that, or even got seasoned Triscuit crackers, just to amplify it a bit, that would be super good as well, but just not really necessary if you don't want to do that. Now, one last little shake. Okay, strain it. I'm so excited. This could not be like a better, I need ice. Ice. I love making cocktails myself because I can get away with putting a ton of ice in there. At a restaurant, I feel like I'm being cheated out of alcohol, but we can just make it ourselves. So, obviously fill with ice. Strain the margarita in there. This is kind of a big glass. It's a little excessive, so I might top it off with a little more tequila. But all right, now I just need the pickle to throw in there. And of that brick of cheese that I had, if I can get this first. There we go. Of that brick of cheese that I had in there, I just cut it into strips or chunks, whatever. And I'm just gonna throw a toothpick through it. Okay, that just crumbled like this. Kind of arrange it on top like that. And then of course we've got our dill. And ta-da! That looks so pretty. That is by far the strangest margarita I maybe will ever have. Never say never, but that is it. All right, y'all know it'd be rude if we didn't try this thing, so I'm not gonna eat the cheese. That is not my thing, but give it a shot. Wow. Hot damn. That is so exciting. That was so good, or is so good, because I'm definitely having another one of those, but oh my gosh. You guys even saw I put a little bit more tequila in there, so it's rounding error. Let's call it 2 shots of tequila. Oh my gosh, that's so stinking good. So 10 out of 10. 100% recommend. That's exciting. Okay, sweet. Well, you guys should definitely try it, even if it's not St. Patrick's Day. I don't really think you can lose with this one. That is even like a good summer drink. I don't think I'd recommend having like 5 of them, but 2, and then some beautiful Miller Lite, then that's a deadly combo. Definitely recommend. Glad it turned out well, thank goodness. Like I said, I did more tequila, less honey. And I did use the honey instead of the agave, which worked out totally fine and it blended just great. I don't like any of my drinks super sweet or syrupy. So if that's you, then definitely just start with a lesser than amount. But that is all. I think pickles are good for you. And we have lemon juice in here, which is good for you. And I feel like tequila rids the body of toxins. Maybe so. Maybe that's just my logic. But I don't know. That's what I'm going to tell myself for today. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, cheers.